The next thing I'd like to show you is how to input a board. As you can see under the jobs here, when we go into this, there's nothing really here. And that's because there's no cards, there's no boards to put the cards on. So what we're going to need to start with is to make some boards. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to admin, we're going to come down to boards, click on that, and we're going to have this blank board here. There's no boards that are here at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some boards. And the first board we're going to do, we're just going to name this anything really. Let's just call this first board. And that's its name. Let's give it the description of our first board we made together. All right. And the order, we're going to make this our first board. Okay, so we're going to save and close that. Now let's go ahead and add another board. Let's call this one just second board, if I can spell. And then here we are with description of this is my second board I've made. And this order, we're just going to put this as 2. Now, the neat thing about this, let's say that I didn't like this order here, and I wanted board number 1 to become board number 2, or vice versa. Or let's just do this. Let's add a third board in the name field. Let's third board, and the order is 3. So let's say that I wanted to move any of these boards around. Let's say I wanted to move board 1, and I wanted it to become board 3. So let's save and close. And now look what happened. Board 1 moved down to 3, and then everything kind of incremented to get to that spot. So now if I was to take board 3, third board right there, and let's turn it into board 3, then that would switch places because that would then increment up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy back up into slot 1. Save and close. And now we're back in this original order of first board, second board, third board. Now we can add stages between these boards, and we're going to call this stage 1, and this is a stage type. It's going to be let's call this a intake. Okay, lead time is 0 days. Description, this is going to be just intake of work. And this is on the first board. Now we could move this around and put it in the second board or the third board as we name them. Your boards will be named however you have them. And then we're going to put this as order number 1 and save it and close it. And so now you can see that we've got this in here. Now what is this doing for us out here is, let's add another stage here. Let's call this stage, we're going to call this active. We're going to name this fun. And it's a fun stage. We're going to save and close this. We're not going to put an order in, and let's see what happens. Look, it assigned it in order of 1. So it just goes to the next one that's there. Let's go back to the job boards here. And if we come over to the job boards, you can see that we still don't have any jobs. But we're going to go with, you see, as we go through any board, we've got stage 1, and you can see it kind of disappears. There's no cards in it. So that means that there's nothing. It's always collapsed. Now, as soon as you put a card in here, by hitting the plus button, we can add a card. We can add a job. We can call this Fun 1. We can create this. It's going to create a card for us now. And that is how we made boards.